Hello, hello. If you guys have never seen me before, I'm Coin Ring Maker from coinringmaker.com. I make coins into rings, and today we're going to be working on this 1986 Ellis Island 90% silver dollar, and we're going to make this into a size 10.5 coin ring. If at any time during this live you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. And if you'd like to check out our fall sale, you can tap this link right here. This particular coin ring is currently $50 off. So if anybody wants to get one, you know where to go. Tap that link or the link on my TikTok profile. I'm going to go ahead and get started on this. First thing we got to do is punch a hole right in the middle of it. Thought it was called Liberty Island, the statue. Well, there's two different islands. So Ellis Island has this building on it where immigrants would come in and be processed. And Liberty Island is just a little bit off, but they're two separate islands. I think the reason the Statue of Liberty is associated with Ellis Island is because that would be the landmark most immigrants would see as they came into the harbor. They would see the Statue of Liberty and know that they had made it, and then they would be processed at Ellis Island. I've been to both places. It's pretty cool to visit. Something happened to me when I went to go see the Statue of Liberty. Just after they shut it down so you couldn't go inside. So we just had to look at it from the base. And I guess a buddy of mine said, "Hey, come here, look at this." And he was eating sour Skittles. He just finished the pack. And he poured all the sour Skittles stuff and then like blew it off his hand into my eyes. So I was partially blinded at the Statue of Liberty, which was a lot of fun. Never forget it. Hello. I do want to invite you guys to check out the store. You can tap this link down here, and you'll actually stay here on TikTok. So you can still hear me talking and working. But I would appreciate y'all checking out the shop. There's lots of cool stuff there. And if anybody has any questions, let me know. And this particular coin looks really cool. Heads out or tails out. Really nifty looking coin. So after we punch the center out of it, you can see the inside edge there. It's a little sharp and rough. So what we're going to do is take our deburring tool and cut away some of that metal and smooth it out. If y'all haven't hit that follow button yet, I don't know what's stopping you, but now's a good time to do it. If you're enjoying this live so far, make sure to tap the screen. And again, if anybody has any questions, let me know. If there's a specific type of coin you're looking to have made into a ring, if you've got a question, ask away. I have lots to choose from. So I'm happy to help you figure out which coin and design would be right for you. Our most popular coin ring is the 90% silver state quarter, which I have all 50 states, and they're currently on sale. So if you want to check that out, you can tap this link down here and go to the fall sale button and see what all is on sale. Some pretty good deals, but that sale ain't gonna last forever, so I would hop on it right now if you're interested. Is it sharp enough to peel the coin? This is called a deburring tool. It's mostly used by plumbers to clean up the inside of pipe. It actually works really well for cleaning up that cut edge. How nice and smooth it is now. Very nice, very nice. Over time, you do need to replace those blades, but it works pretty good. If I were to order one of your rings and the coin of the same coin turned into a ring, would it be? I really haven't sold very many coins. Usually I just sell the rings themselves. But if you wanted to add the coin that the ring is made out of as well, I'm sure there's something we could work out. It would really depend on the coin you chose, as they vary in what they cost me to get a hold of. So if you know what coin you have in mind, that would make giving you an estimate a little bit easier. That would be an interesting option to add when you order, though, so that you could have the coin and the coin ring. I've never had anybody ask me that before. But yeah, it would really depend on the particular coin you have in mind. But I'd probably just charge you what it cost me to get a hold of. So this is a process called annealing. This is going to help soften the metal, make the coin less brittle, and make it easier to fold and shape into a ring. And what I'm watching for is the flame to turn kind of an orange color. It lets me know that the coin is hot enough. Can you see some of that orange flame coming through there? Yeah, that should be plenty good. If anybody else has any questions, let me know. I'm just going to dip it in some water to cool it off. And then we can start working on it. I'm pretty stoked about these because it's really difficult to find US currency that is like 90% silver from the 80s. This is one of the first rounds I found that has a really prominent date on it, and it's from the 80s, and it's 90% silver, so it makes a really good ring. Now we're going to hop over here to, I appreciate the quick response, because my point of view to show off the ring and the coin. Yeah, absolutely. If you want to send me a message. I've gone ahead and followed you back, so you can just message me here on TikTok, and we can work through that on here once you figure out what coin you have in mind. So I also think that would be pretty neat to like have a 1964 half dollar and the coin as well, so you can show like before and after. Yeah, 86. It's really, really tricky to find silver coins from the 80s, so I'm glad I was able to find this. And I've got a few of these, if anybody's interested. These are usually 200. They're on sale right now for 150. If you go either through the link on my profile or this link I'm going to pin down here. Don't you cut your fingers a lot while working with... No, I've actually never cut my hands. I really, really like my hands, so I try my hardest not to cut them. I have a silver dollar from 1884 I would like to have made into a ring. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and follow you back, Gina. I'm going to try. Okay, it's a private account. If you'll accept my follow, we can talk about getting that done for you. You can also email me at info@coinringmaker.com, and we can work out how to do a custom coin ring through email. Coin isn't hard to find. It's easy commemorative. Well, I didn't know it existed, is what I mean. Like, I understand that it's a commemorative dollar, but before I started looking, I had no idea that this coin existed. Since it's a commemorative, it's not out in circulation, so it's not something you would see all the time. How long does it take to get one when purchased? Usually under 7 days. So I'll get an order in. I'll usually fill it within 1 to 2 days. And then from there, it's all shipping time, which is usually 3 to 4 days, depending on how far away from me you are. 78. That's another really tricky date. I do have 78 in copper quarters and half dollars, but nothing in 90% silver. Good questions, guys. If anybody else has a question, let me know. We're going to hop over here to the 1-ton arbor press. Well, I'm just trying to address questions, man. One key thing about making coin rings is you don't want to rush it. This is called a dampening block. It's going to help me get my first fold on here. And we're going to use a Delrin ball bearing on top and just give it a nice fold there. Y'all tap the screen if you're enjoying the live. Very nice. First fold. Pop that out of there. Sometimes it likes to grab on a little bit. Very nice, very nice. If you want him to make silver coins, post 64 buy mint sets from him. Yeah, I have a decent amount. I've tried to get everything I can for like the range between 64 and 92. In 1992, they started making silver proof sets. So that made things a little easier for me. But that gap from like 65 to 91, it's really difficult to find silver coins that aren't like specific commemorative years or like Olympic years. So like every 4 years they've got something for the Olympics. I think the 70s are the trickiest. It's really, really hard to find silver coins from the 70s. But I've got 86. I've also got 88. There's a commemorative Olympic round from 88, which looks really cool. So here what I'm doing is just smoothing out that cut edge again. It's really important to keep this free of any cracks, because once we really start stretching on it, if there's any cracks here, they will expand and split our ring. That's about the worst thing that can happen. So we're trying to keep that really nice and smooth. If anybody else has any questions, let me know. Gold double eagle. That's out of most people's price range. The most expensive coin I've done has been a 1/4 ounce gold eagle. That came out really, really nice. But mostly I work on either 90% silver or fine silver. Now, since we have stretched this out a bit, it has started to work harden. So we're going to go ahead and anneal it one more time. Soften it back up a bit. And we can finish folding it. And again, I'm just watching for this blue flame to start turning kind of an orange color. You don't want to overheat these. You'll start to get it's called dereticulation. Just kind of like blisters on the surface of the coin. And that's no bueno. We want the coin to stay looking nice and sharp. There's that orange flame coming through there. Nice, nice. Again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I do appreciate y'all stopping by and watching me work today. If you feel so inclined, tap the screen, hit the follow button, and check out my shop. I'll go ahead and pin the link down here. You can also go to the link on my TikTok profile, or just go to coinringmaker.com. As a little added bonus thank you for you guys stopping by and watching me work, you can use the coupon code WELCOME. It's just one word, WELCOME, and that'll save you 10% off anything on my store. Looking really cool. I really like how prominent the date is. You also get "In God We Trust" as well as the S mint mark. Liberty across the top with the torch and the crown. Really, really nice looking round, I guess, coin. Really nice looking coin. I'll hop back over here and finish folding it out. Make sure it's nice and level. This one is, but I do have more on my site. You can find them pretty easily by going to the fall sale section. These are usually $200. They're on sale right now for $150. So if you'd like to get one, you can tap this link down here. If it'll let me pin it. Or you can go to the link on my profile. What is the center punch option for rings? So when I make a coin ring, the first step is to punch out the middle of the coin. This is the center punch for the coin I'm working on right now. And you can get just the ring, or you can get a couple things to add on to your order. You can get the center punch just like this. You can get it made into a keychain, a necklace, or a pin. And every coin is going to have a different design on the center punch. I think this one looks really, really cool either way. But yeah, that's what the center punch option is there. Yeah, if you have any trouble finding this on my website, let me know and I'll try and help guide you to it. It's also going to be under 90% silver dollars. So if anybody else was born in 1986, this is it's a great coin ring for you. Do I polish these coins? I polish the rings when they're the right size and shape. So they end up, I mean, this one's been worn a little bit, but they end up looking really nice. You can see my reflection in it. So I take a lot of pride in how polished I send my rings out. I like them to be nice and shiny. So this one here is going to be a 10.5. And it's almost a 14, so we don't have to stretch it out at all. We can hop right into reducing it. I don't have Mexican pesos, but I do have 1 ounce fine silver Libertads. I believe I've got one from 84 and 85. You may have to check the dates that are available on those. But they're going to be under fine silver 1 ounce rounds. Those are the only Mexican coins I have, because they're specifically produced to be bullion. I think it's okay for me to work on them, but U.S. currency, or not U.S., Mexican currency, I'm a little hesitant to work on. Are silver coins worth anything? I think so, yeah. At the least, they're worth melt value. Depending upon condition and rarity, they can be worth quite a bit more. There's a lot of variables that go into determining the value of silver coins. If you really want to figure out what they're worth, I would recommend getting something called a red book. And that will break down the value of a specific coin design for a specific year based on its condition. So if you're looking to sell silver coins, red book is definitely a good investment to figure out what you're looking for. It'll also tell you a bit about coin errors to look out for that increase the value of coins. So yeah, red book is good. And they make one every year. Yep. I get mine at Hobby Lobby, but you can get them on Amazon. They're all over the place. They're usually about $15-20, and they're just chock load full of information. Silver coins worth $15. It really depends on the coin, man. Like this one, 1986 Ellis Island. This is a 90% silver dollar. These run between about $40 and $45 just for the coin itself. So what we need next is blue monster tape. Where is all my blue monster tape? Okay, there we go. $18 an ounce is today's melt value. Yep, that is like the base price. But right away, you're going to be confronted with premiums. And then, I mean, you need to look at like the rarity of the coin as well as the condition of the coin. So you're pretty lucky if you can get a coin for just melt value. Usually the only things that sell for melt value are like really, they call them coal, C-U-L-L, coal coins, and they've usually been damaged or the detail is worn to the point where it's basically like smooth and slick. Those you can usually get pretty close to melt value, but if you want something with decent detail on it, you usually have to pay a premium. There's definitely a lot to learn about buying and selling silver coins. Why so much tape? So the tape helps protect the outside detail of the coin. You really don't want to have any metal on metal contact when you make coins into rings. That's the number one way to mash up and lose detail. So this is going to help. It's kind of like a buffer between the tool and the coin itself. For anybody who's just joined in here, I do want to invite you guys to check out my fall sale. We've got a bunch of stuff on sale right now. This particular coin is $50 off. I have some coin rings on there for as low as $10. So go ahead and take a minute and check out what's on sale. If anybody has any questions, let me know. So this tool right here is called a Swedish wrap. It's got an incline of about 7 degrees, and what we're going to do is push our coin into it and kind of change the shape of it while making it smaller at the same time. So I'm just going to push that pusher all the way down, flip it over, give it another push. That went through really nicely. You can see now we've got a bit more of a ring shape to it, and it's definitely smaller than it was before. We can take a look at it. Have I ever made them the old school way? Yeah, that's how I started. So I started making coin rings about 3.5 years ago with just a hammer like this and a mandrel like this. If you'd like to see those videos, they're on YouTube. You can just go to Coin Ring Maker on YouTube and go to the oldest videos I have, and you can see me banging stuff out. But as soon as I could, I reinvested profits from coin rings I made into some better tools. My wife wasn't really a big fan of the banging it out method. It's quite noisy, and it's not great on your wrist and your hands. Over time, it can really wear down on you. So as soon as I could, I upgraded to some nicer tools. I didn't quite get it to the bottom of this die, so we're going to push it all the way to the bottom here. There we go. So now it should fit nicely in the next size die. Perfect. Make sure we don't make it too small. It's coming along really nicely. And once we get it the right size and shape, we'll clean it up. So don't worry about the blackness all around it here. That's gonna get taken care of. A little past 12.5, so we're gonna have to keep reducing. And the target size for this one is a 10.5. So I'm going to go down about 2 sizes. Yeah, but I think starting making coin rings like the old-fashioned way taught me a lot. I've seen some people invest in the fancier tools right away, and they usually quit because they get frustrated with the difficulty of it. I think starting the old-fashioned way is much better. I'm going to go ahead and explain what we've done here. So we were reducing it down this way. I think we've got it just about the right size. So what I'm going to do is flip it over. You can see this is a bit wider than this side. So We're going to try and match these two up. Make sure everything's nice and level. Go a little bit more. Yeah, thanks for watching. Again, if you guys want to check out my shop, this is my full-time gig, so I do appreciate any order I get through here. Helps me feed my kids and pay my bills. So if you want to check out the shop, links down here. You can also find it on my profile. You can use the coupon code WELCOME to save 10% off your order. And there's also a fall sale going on right now. You can use a coupon and get something on sale. Pretty good deal. Let's see how it's looking. Are they polyprop? I believe they are Delrin, which is just a really hard plastic. It's coming along really nicely. Let's see. So it's sitting at about a size 10, which is good. So on most coins, there's a bit of a lip on the edge, and that ends up being on the inside of the ring. So we're going to take our deburring tool again and kind of cut away that lip to smooth it out and make the inside more uniform. The tape is PTFE, yes, but it's a specific brand. It's called Blue Monster. It's a bit tougher than the average white PTFE tape, so I don't have to use as much. The white stuff I'd have to wrap 15, 20 times to get the same effect as doing this maybe 8. So I prefer working with this. Yeah, no problem. If anybody else has any questions, let me know. And make sure to keep tapping that screen. Check out the shop. Hit the follow button. And I don't know, share the live, maybe? TikTok always tells me to tell people to share the live, so we'll give that a whirl. If you know somebody who would be interested in watching me work, share the live with them. Let's get them in here. Yeah, I'm having a good day, man. See, any day I get to work on a coin ring, I'm stoked. Not much better than waking up to an order. No, I've never cut myself with this. Because of the way the blade is, it moves. So even if I did skip or jump, it's really difficult to make like direct contact with this unless I'm forcing it. So that's one reason I cut this really slow. I've seen other people be like, and that'll create kind of cuts and divots in the coin. You can see how smooth it is from cutting it nice and slow. So I really try to take my time to, make sure the ring looks good, but also not hurt myself. It doesn't really have a brand. So what's more important to me is the quality of the blade itself. I have a couple different handles I use. It doesn't really matter. Like, they're all pretty much the same. I provide a coin, how much would I save? Usually I charge the same price whether I work on my coin or yours. It's actually more difficult for me to work on a customer's coin because if something goes wrong with your coin, I don't have like a backup coin I can make into a ring, if that makes sense. So I prefer to work on my own. But if you have your heart set on me working on your coin, I can do that, but I do charge the same price. So yeah, these are pretty much just deburring tools I got off Amazon. No specific brand. I really haven't found one I super like. General's okay. Like here's another handle. These work pretty good, but I'm not like super set on any particular type of deburring tool. They all do the same job, pretty much. If anybody else has any questions, let me know. I do appreciate y'all stopping by and watching me work. At this point, the curve of the metal right here is about matched to the curve of my blade, so I'm not removing a lot of material. So at this point, I usually switch to a smaller blade that's got a different shape to it and kind of finish off that little bit of a lip right there. I don't really sharpen them. Basically, I buy like packs of blades like this, and whenever these get dull, I just switch them out. It's relatively cheap to do that. I think trying to sharpen these would be a super pain in the butt. No, I'm not removing the lettering from the inside of the ring. I'm removing, there's a little bit of raised metal right here, which is pretty uncomfortable. And I think I've got one over here I can show you. So yeah, if you look on the inside of this ring, above the text, you can see there's a bit of a raised piece of metal there, kind of a lip, and that's just not very comfortable. It also kind of throws off the sizing of the ring, so I usually remove that. Yeah, deburring tools are great. No doubt. Big fan. Do I have a queen from 92? I have quarters from 92. 90% silver quarters and half dollars from 92. But I mostly only work on US currency for legal reasons. Yeah. So for 92, I have 90% silver quarters, 90% silver half dollars, copper quarters, and copper half dollars. The main difference between 90% silver and copper is copper has a tendency to oxidize and give off kind of a green finger. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that, but it'll turn your fingers green. So I recommend 90% silver because it doesn't have that much of an issue. My favorite coin ring right now is a half-ounce Don't Tread on Me silver round. It's really, really cool. And why are there no quarters from 1975? They started producing the bicentennial quarters in 1975. So they actually made those for 2 years. They made them in 75 and 76. 71, I only have copper quarters, and copper half dollars. I don't have anything in silver from 71. If anybody else is looking for a specific date, let me know, and I can tell you what I have. Yeah, there's just nothing from 75, man. I'm sorry. 1980, I have copper quarters and copper half dollars. I mean, you could get a bicentennial quarter or half dollar, because technically they were made in 75, but they're going to say 76 on them. You have a 75? I truly doubt it. If you have a U.S. coin from 1975, that's going to be worth some money. No, I don't have any silver from 1980, unfortunately. Okay, I've got 86 and 88, but nothing from 1980. I've actually never been to a coin show. I'd like to. I get most of my stuff from eBay. 1952, those are going to be 90% silver. I've got those in quarters and Franklin half dollars. The quarters are 100, the Franklin half dollars are 150. Yeah, no problem. If anybody else has any questions, let me know. You guys are doing great asking questions. I do appreciate it. I think so. I think it's kind of meditative to watch and do. I really enjoy the process, and I'm glad I'm able to share it with so many people. There is our removed lip. How'd I get into this? I saw one YouTube video of a guy making a quarter into a ring. And I was like, oh, that looks like a fun challenge for the afternoon. Let's see if I can do it. And I became hooked. And I've pretty much been making coin rings for the last 3.5 years, every day, ever since. I did not intend to build a business or a brand around it. It just was like kismet. I had $20 worth of silver quarters from 1964, and someone stole them. That sucks. I'm sorry, man. You gotta keep that stuff locked up. Since silver moves. Silver has a great way of retaining value over time. So what I've got here, this is a really rough looking piece of superfine steel wool, or 4-0 steel wool. That's just going to help smooth out the edge we just cut away. Kind of clean it up. Doesn't that look nice? Oh, a dime from 75. That's probably true. That's probably true. They're both going to be, well, I don't work on nickels. Nickels are just weird to make into rings. They're too thick and too, I don't know, small. They just don't make very good rings. The details tend to kind of stretch out in a weird way. I've tried to make a couple, and I'm not a big fan of how they turn out. But I have worked on dimes before. They're a little difficult. I try to only work on 90% silver dimes, but I think I could do a 1975 dime coin ring if I put my mind to it. That's what's up. Well, I must have done a good job if she's still wearing it. Love to hear it. So as far as legality, this is very similar to like a penny smashing machine you might find at Six Flags or SeaWorld. As long as you don't fraudulently alter the coin, it's not really breaking any laws. An example of that would be like taking a dime or like a penny and making it look like a dime. Yeah, this is all steel dust down here. We'll clean that up with a magnet a little bit. But yeah, if you took like pennies and made them look like dimes and tried to spend them, that would be fraudulent activity. That would be against the law. But if your alterations aren't intended to deceive, it's not really against the law. Another example of altering coins would be like hobo coins, where people like engrave designs onto coins. It's a pretty cool practice. It's been around a long time, kind of trench arty. So what I'm doing here is stretching it out. I don't really like the shape of it. It's still a little wider on the top than it is on the bottom, even though it was about the right size. I'm going to stretch it to about 11.5 and then reduce it down so it looks better. Yes, I have 1957. I have 1957 quarters and half dollars. The half dollars are going to be Franklin half dollars. This particular coin ring is a 90% silver commemorative Ellis Island dollar from 1986. My 90% silver dollar coin rings are usually $200, but this one is on sale right now for $150. Yeah, thanks for watching, man. Have a great day. If you guys would like to check out the shop, you can tap this link down here. You can also use the coupon code WELCOME to save 10% off your order. So go check it out. Get you something cool. My phone went a little sideways there. 2015. Oh, maybe. I would have to check. The best thing to do for that would be just go to, I probably have a 2015 half dollar. Size 17 would need to be, yeah, I do. I have 2015. This is 90% silver. Proof. Look at the detail on that. It's a beautiful coin. But yeah, you can find this at buycoinrings.com or coinringmaker.com through the link in my profile or the link down here. It's going to be under 90% silver, half dollars. How can you tell if a coin is silver? So the easiest way is to look at the reeded edge of a coin. So this is a regular quarter. You can pretty clearly see the copper kind of nickel sandwich. So they've got nickel on this side, and copper in the middle. With a silver coin, that edge is going to be all silver. And that is the best way to tell. Silver coins are usually going to have this S mint mark as well, where copper coins are either going to have a D or a P. Some copper coins are going to have this S mint mark. Those are going to be copper proofs, and that's where the reeded edge test comes in. So if you see copper here with an S mint mark, it's probably a copper proof. You want rings for my wife and myself? Okay, well, this is a good option. I've got another 2015 proof, so I do have 2 of these available if you'd like to get 2. Good questions, guys. Good questions. Let me see if I missed anything. Size 17 silver dollar. Yes, I can do that. I can do half dollars up to size 14. So for Morgan dollars, piece dollars, commemorative dollars like this, or 1 ounce silver rounds, I can get those up to size 17. So I have to start with a larger coin. Usually the 90% silver half dollars are 150. So for both, it would be about 300. But you can use the coupon code WELCOME. That'll take 10% off. So that'll be closer to like 270 with the coupon. Still not quite 11 and a half. Tighten that a bit. That should do it. Yep, there we go. 11 and a half. Wrap it in some tape and reduce it down. Are quarters and half dollars the only coins they make in silver? No, I've got 90% silver dimes, quarters, half dollars, and dollars. So the 90% silver quarters are, 90% silver dimes are Mercury dimes on my website. This is kind of a messed up one, but there's a look at what they kind of look like. Usually the band is uniform all the way around. This one I messed up. Didn't quite center the punch, but the details are the same. If you'd like to see like from start to finish, I recommend going to my YouTube channel, Coin Ring Maker, and you can see tons of videos of the entire process on there. And also I have quite a few options for 90% silver dollars. So I have commemorative dollars, Morgan dollars, which are all going to be over 100 years old. Peace dollars. Quite a few 90% silver dollar options. And you can find those on my website through the link in my profile or by tapping this link down here. If anybody else has any questions, let me know. Just a second. still gotta reduce it a little bit. What's the smallest size I can make? Size 3. But that's in dimes. The smallest I can do a quarter is size 4. Smallest I can do a $50 is a size 6. Smallest I can do a dollar, I think, is a size 8. Yeah, no problem. If anybody else has any questions, let me know. Let's take a look at it. So we should be getting pretty close. Yeah, that looks a lot better. How do you know it's only 90% silver? That's just how they made them. Up until 2019, when they started making silver proof sets fine silver, which I think is a weird choice to make, but that's what the mint wanted to do. So any silver proof coins from 2019 and on are actually fine silver, like 100% silver. What I recommend to get your ring size is to visit a jewelry store. There's lots of kind of dumb ways to check your ring size online using, I don't know, tape or string. None of them are very accurate. If you really want to get a nice, accurate ring size, I recommend visiting a jewelry store. They're going to have some, past experience with getting people's ring sizes. And that way your ring is going to fit nice and comfortably when you place your order. So if you can make it to a jewelry store, it shouldn't take more than 10 or 15 minutes. And most places will do it for free. That's what I recommend. Yeah, no problem. If anybody else has any questions, let me know. Got that right at 10.5. Perfect. Perfect. And take a little bit of steel wool to knock the rest of that tape off of here. And then we get to do my favorite part, make it nice and shiny. And look at the detail on that. Really a cool coin. Oh no, you're fine, Heather. I appreciate your questions. If you have anything else you'd like to know, anything from 1964 or earlier is also going to be 90% silver. So those are a good thing to keep your eye out for. Silver coins also have a bit of a different tone when you drop them. It's a test that you can do, but I prefer the reeded edge test. This is a pretty good giveaway of whether your coin is silver or copper. Copper doesn't hide in the reeded edge. It's pretty clear. But yeah, I would recommend getting a red book if you really want to know like what your coins are worth. It's a good resource to to have. All right, we're going to hit this with a little bit of polish. I like to use Mother's Mag and aluminum polish. And we're just going to completely coat this sucker inside and out. An unstamped quarter? Could be. Get down. I don't really recommend cleaning coins. That's a good way to lose the collector's value of them. Most collectors want to buy coins basically in whatever state they're already in. But if you're going to keep the coin, you don't plan on selling it, you just want to make it nice and pretty, I recommend Mother's Mag and aluminum polish. You can find this at Walmart in the automotive area. But it's really not a great idea if it's like a coin that's actually worth some money. Well, guys, I do appreciate y'all stopping by and watching me work today. There is our finished coin ring. Hope y'all have a great day. If you got a free minute, go check out the website, see if there's anything on there you'd like. And we'll catch you next time. Peace.